Blackstone Audio presents The Secret Lives of the Kudzu Debutantes by Cathy Holton. For Sam, Lauren, and Jordan, always watch out for the elk. Chapter 1. Virginia Broadwell was angry, and anyone who knew Virginia knew she was a dangerous woman when riled. Her first husband, the judge, had learned this lesson long before he died, and her only son, Charles, had experienced the sting of her self-contained fury enough times over his 45 years to be gun-shy. And her new husband would learn it too, although Virginia would wait until the last thank-you note had been written and the ring was securely settled on her finger before showing Redmond that side of her nature. She would give him a chance to settle into the traces and take the bit firmly between his teeth before applying the whip the first time. Downstairs, she could hear the wedding guests milling about. She looked around the flowered chintz bedroom she had shared with the judge for nearly 26 years, and then spent the next 20 years enjoying in solitary bliss. It would be sad to leave this house, the one she had insisted the judge build for her all those years ago, before she would agree to marry him. The scene of so many of her social triumphs, the place where she had plotted and schemed her way to the top of the wobbly Ithaca social ladder, and which now sadly must be sold to pay her debts. Redmond, like the wily redneck businessman he was, had insisted she enter the marriage debt-free. He had insisted she sign a prenuptial agreement. Despite herself, Virginia had felt a kind of grudging admiration for him then. She would have done the same thing had their circumstances been reversed. She had survived an unfortunate childhood, widowhood, scandal, near financial ruin, and now Y2K, and it had seemed only fitting that she set her wedding date for January 20th, 2000. Let others worry about computer crashes and social anarchy. Virginia had endured enough turmoil in her life to know that victory belonged to the bold and the cunning. There was a knock on the door, and her son Charles stuck his head in. "Mother, are you ready?" He wore the same whipped dog expression he had worn since his meek wife of 16 years walked out of his life a little over a year ago, taking with her his children, his pride, and nearly $600,000 of his assets. His defeatism irritated Virginia beyond words. "Yes, I'm ready," she said. "I'm ready to do my duty, to do whatever is necessary to hold this family together." Good. He knew where this was headed, and he wanted no part of it. "I'll give the signal, then." He tried to close the door, but Virginia inserted her slim little foot. Charles sighed and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?